He's back, ladies. It's the cult of meat with extra cheese. The cult of meat with extra cheese. The cult of meat with extra cheese. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob. Joining as always by my good friend, Hollywood Frank.
Best in the world, baby.
Show him the shirt, buddy. Jeez. Oh no, it's got an AEW logo on it. Oh, clutch my pearls. Oh. You can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about all the news in wrestling. And all the news this week is CM Punk. You can also follow us on social media, crawl below. It's also in the link in the description. But yeah, I was wrong, man. I was 100% wrong. This is
both. Triple H is here.
Here we go. Hunter Helmsley.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, you're happy, aren't you?
Hell yeah, I am.
Yep.
I mean, shame I couldn't join you guys on Saturday, but now I'm home as a great man.
Yeah, you're home again. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's check in. Maldacito's here first. What's up, people? What's up, Maldacito?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it, brother. Big Daddy Guardian of Kai's. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Thanks for being here, Big Daddy. Big Daddy just been in time. Just finished recording and posting today in Pro Wrestling History on the YouTube channel. Awesome, man. Yeah, dude, guys, just definitely check out Big Daddy. He's doing these cool, these really cool little vignettes he's doing about this day in wrestling history. So put it out there.
Put
man.
the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll throw it in there for Big Daddy if he wants to come in here.
He has a ranch.
Yeah,
You can put it in there too.
Yeah.
there you go.
Hail leg kick.
Leg
I was
kicks here,
talking. I was talking about the link to the stuff he uploaded, but that's fine.
Oh,
Chili can
I'll do
come
that.
in.
No, I'll throw that on there. I have. There should be a link on the page to Big Daddy. So just go over there. Just watch them all, man. They're pretty cool. But yeah, interesting week, man. Interesting week. Frank and I obviously we did our live reactions to Survivor Series.
Yeah.
There's ups and downs on the show, but
Games.
War Games, yeah. Again,
War games. Of war games. War games. War games.
why you didn't have him come out and announce this thing is beyond me. Because the friggin' people would have lost their shit. They would have loved it, man. But yeah, we did our live reaction to it. Like I said, it was ups and downs. Well, men's War Games match I thought really saved the show. I thought it was really good. Women's War Game match was kind of towards except for the last 10 minutes.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit here. But
Leg day or arms day? Mr. Leg kick or just doing a little cardio?
yeah, working out. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to that. This wound on my foot needs to finish healing up. But yeah, so Pepsi Phil is back in the WWE, and this last Monday Night Raw, man, everybody was waiting.
There it is, Rob.
Oh.
Boom. Link for Mr. GOC.
Yep.
Guardian Chaos.
There you go, guys. Yep, go over there, check out Big Daddy, check out all the content he's had, check out everything that he's connected to, man. There's a lot of cool stuff. Maldacito, you know what? We were talking about that. We were actually talking about that. during the thing is like is it really a War Games match if there isn't a top on the cage? Because like I said, one of my most vivid memories was when Dr. Death Steve Williams was gorilla pressing Bam Bam Terry Gordy over his head into the freaking top of the cage. But yeah, it was like I said, there were a couple of times that especially in the women's match, they did some spots where I was like, okay, you don't need to be doing that. This is how people get hurt.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to check out the highlights with that, actually, I should just make a highlight of that whole thing. But before we get into it, we're going to do our favorite little segment, something we call. Let me find it.
Come on.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, obviously. The internet wrestling community and the entire freaking world is completely losing their shit.
Yep.
CM Punk is back. Whether you love him or you hate him, man, it is big news. And it is going to make things very, very, very interesting going forward. Personally, me personally, I'm really interested to see where this goes. There are some concerns. We'll talk about that as we go on. But dude, big news, man. Big wrestling news. And like I said, we're going to get how everybody else feels about it and everything. But it's definitely created a buzz.
Yes, it has.
There's also been some news. Well, like I said, there's other news that we'll get into and everything like that. But and then, of course, it's me. So, I'm going to throw it in there. New Japan World Tag League. Freaking awesome. Monster Sauce. The AEW team with Lance Archer. Undefeated. Let's go.
Lance can win matches?
Shocking, I know, isn't it? It's almost like he's actually a really good big man wrestler.
Well, yeah.
So
that's what this guy. Maybe that's what this guy down here is cooking up with his little chef's hat on.
Let him cook.
Sauce.
You smell what Hunter's cooking. But anyway, that's my good. The bad, the complete. Actually, my good, my bad, and my ugly are pretty much the exact same thing, man. The complete and utter freaking meltdown. Actually, no, the bad I would say would be Drew McIntyre's reaction. Seth Rollins' reaction, it was a work. That's 100% a work. Okay, it's a shoot. It's a shoot that turned into a work. Because if you go back 2.5 years ago when Punk first joined AEW, Seth fired off some pretty nasty missives towards him. So Seth obviously doesn't.
No. Started earlier than that when he joined backstage.
What's that?
WWE backstage. It started.
Oh yeah.
That.
I know. It was actually, he did start back then. That's right. And then when Punk debuted for AEW, then he fired off some more. Yep. That's a legitimate stance, man. That's a legitimate stance. We're going to talk about that.
High five.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Seth is a company man through and through. 110%, man. He's a company man. He knows what side his bread's buttered on. And even if he doesn't particularly like Punk, man, he knows that angle is going to be freaking fire. So, but Drew, on the other hand, Drew is legitimately pissed. I don't think he's pissed at Punk, though. I think he's pissed at WWE management.
He left.
What's that?
He left. He stormed off the ring, the place where the people were like before the music even hit.
Well, here's the thing though. They knew about it though. The talent in the ring actually did know about it. They knew about it right before they went on the air. Like the day, like that morning, they were informed about it. So, Drew is obviously not happy with management because here's the thing: this guy is in the middle of a contract negotiation. They're dragging their feet because they're trying to lowball him, and then they go out and they hire Punk for 7 figures. And he's looking at this going, "Are you freaking serious? This dude left and ran your name through the mud. I've been here. I've been loyal. I didn't get a chance to work in front of the crowd. I've been relegated to upper mid card at this point.
Yeah, and then he has to take another level.
And now he has to take another step down. So I think Drew, and we know that according to several people, Sean Ross Sapp reported on this. I think Meltzer talked about it briefly too. WWE are deliberately dragging their feet with Drew because they know that they have time, because they got over a half a year with the guy to kind of lowball him and get him down. So and from every report coming out that the situation with Drew is real. And that supposedly there's one or two other people, but they haven't really come out or come forward at this point. But other than that, everybody else in back is happy with him. So I'd say the bad is the situation with Drew and what Punk coming back could spell for other people like Cody, because people are now calling for Punk to be the one that dethrones Roman. And if that happens, Cody never touched it.
No, they should have a feud just for the Paul Heyman aspect, but he shouldn't win.
Well, he mentioned Paul Heyman in his promo, so. But
yeah, they should feud, but it doesn't have to win the belt.
Yeah. But like I said, we'll talk about that more in a minute. But that's my bad. And then my ugly, like I said, is the complete meltdown in the IWC, man. People who were running Punk down. Justin, if you got time, man, I'll drop you the link, brother. But people who were running Punk down, when he joined AEW are now singing, you know how it is. It's hypocritical. And then, of course, the AEW's dead and blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm sitting there going to everybody's like, listen, if you love Punk, I understand. Take a deep breath. Calm down. We don't know what's going to happen going forward. Okay. To everybody that hates CM Punk, take a deep breath. Calm down. We don't know what's going to happen. All right. AEW is going to be fine. As long as, they keep trying to get where they're going. WWE is going to be fine. Let's just sit back and enjoy this for what it's going to be.
Yes.
Okay. So that's my GBU. Frank, what do you got?
My good came out before Punk, but the return of the Viper,
Yes,
Randy Orton. He looked good.
Dude, he looks jacked.
No,
that guy has been living in the friggin' gym for the last year and a half. He's like, I want to go back so bad.
Randy Orton is retired. That's Randy Tremble Orton. That man is on the juice.
Yeah, you're right, Big Daddy. Drew does not put asses in seats. Punk does.
Yes, and like I said, we're going to talk about that and the whole situation.
But yeah,
I kind of like. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the Viper coming out, just RKOing everybody, setting up with him versus the Bloodline.
Hinting at him going after, like he said in that promo on Monday night. He's got beef with everybody in the Bloodline.
Yep.
So there's going to be a match between him and Jay.
I just want him to have asked, wait, where's Riddle? Where's Riddle, man?
Yeah. How did they sing? How did they sing again, Bob? The cult of meat with extra cheese. The cult of meat with extra cheese. The cult of meat with extra cheese.
I'll be goddamn if I didn't play that on repeat this whole morning.
Oh man. Yeah. Listen to Cordy with his. He just is going off. His segment's 100%. Terrible.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's corny, dude, man. It's
corny.
If he's not pissed about something, it's not Jim Cornette.
Yeah. Now we can do who's better than Randy because he's back.
Yes, sir. We can. As a matter of fact, you want to do after when we're done? You want to do one real quick right now? Let's finish up with GPU, and then we'll do a quick Randy Orton. We'll talk about the people that we were just talking about.
Yeah, but have a Randy Orton. That's
awesome, man.
For what he went through, get him back in the ring. You have no idea how long it's going to be, but enjoy it while we have him.
Well, if it's up to him, 10 years.
Yeah, it's up to him, 10 years.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, definitely great to have him back. I thought that was the end of it because they put the little copyright in the corner and I was like, there's still time left. There's still time left.
Yeah.
And yep.
And it came Mr.
CM Punk, and that crowd just went absolutely crazy. But it's in Chicago. You expect that.
That happened in Brazil too.
What's that?
Yeah. Happened in Brazil too.
Yep.
It happened at Johnny's house. He just went crazy.
He did.
Johnny, did you like legit come up out of your friggin' seat when you found out?
I jumped out my window so I could scream and not wake anybody up. It was late at night. God damn it!
The bad was too many. You just bring in kendo sticks. You bring in this. It's like you bring in the weapons and both of them. Chairs, tables, kendo sticks. The women's had a fire extinguisher. You bring these weapons in and then you use them once or twice and throw it away. I mean,
dude, there was that when Becky was crawling away and she literally crawled over the top of the kendo stick and threw it away. I'm like, you just threw away a weapon that you could use as an equalizer right now. What the hell are you doing?
If you're in a war games, just keep using that kendo
beat the shit out of everybody.
Just start beating the crap out of somebody, so that thing snaps into pieces.
Yeah,
that's what I'd be doing.
Like I said about the war games thing, man, is like if you're gonna do war games, it should be like the old war games. No weapons. It's just anything goes. Like you can low blow and stuff like that. All the shit in the ring is just taken away from it.
Yeah, and it was like, you know, the women started off by bringing kendo sticks in, and then chairs and a table. What did they men do? They're bringing kendo sticks, the first thing. And now the women did bring in a chain, but it's kendo sticks, and then it's chairs and tables. Like, okay, we just saw this 2 hours ago with the women. Now we got to see the men do the same thing.
Now I will say the men did not use as much stuff.
They didn't,
and there was a lot more. There was a lot more wrestling in it.
Yeah. I did like the all five of them doing Randy Orton's move. Yeah, with the feet draped over the ropes and then dropping them all head first. That was nice.
The mid rope DDT,
yeah. And my ugly, you asked for it. Why is there no roof on the cage? Because you have to be able to do spots off the top of the cage,
dude.
The one man and the two women's. At least with the men's spot, you were setting up Randy for his RKO. The women's spot, you had to get everybody in position. They had to stand there for how long it took for Kairi Sane.
Well, for EO.
For EO to get that garbage can on.
I'm going to tell you something.
Off. You've got to get everybody. It's not like it's instantaneous or you knew it was coming with JD McDonough. You have to get everybody in position. You got to stand there and wait for EO to come off the top of the cage.
Not only that, it's so dangerous because she can't see where she's going. You know,
and
with
their, oh my God,
the way she landed, she's lucky she didn't break her legs.
If you don't catch her, as tall as she is, she could have pulled a Sid Vicious and snapped her leg.
Dude, the way she landed hard on that right leg, on that left leg, man. Like hard.
You can tear your knee out real quick by doing stuff like that.
That's a career ender, dude.
Shooting star? No.
That's a career ender.
And you can't see when Charlotte's jumping off.
Yeah.
You're hoping
and that's the other thing too, is because she's used to doing that moonsault off the top rope. Now you're twice as high. So you don't know what your rotation is going to be. Now I'm sure she probably practiced it multiple times before she did it. But even then, so you're not used to doing that move. You know, you put a little too much stank on it, you're going to over rotate.
Yep.
There goes your friggin' knee or your knees, and your career's over.
Yeah.
But with EO, she can't, like, she literally can't see where she's going. She doesn't know when she's going to land. She doesn't know anything. And I remember the first time she did that. It was at War Games. I think it was like it was during the Wednesday Night Wars, and I was like, you know what? It looks really cool, but if you're not, and here's the other thing too, they did those moves and they didn't get the pin off of them.
No.
So in other words, those moves were just in there just to be flash.
Yeah,
that's not worth the risk.
It was Dusty Rhodes started War Games 37 years ago.
Yeah.
You got his son in the ring, first time at War Games. Make it traditional with the roof on it. Do some of the old school stuff that you've seen over the years. You don't need the spots off the top of the cage.
No,
you really don't.
And especially if nothing's going to come from them. Because the match went on long after those spots. So those spots were just there to be there, you know? So, yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's my ugly.
All right. Johnny, you got anything you want to add?
That's just a personal note on all that. My personal top two of all time got back in the same night.
There you go. Yeah, it was a good weekend for you, man.
You betcha it was.
Shout out to everybody. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving on Thursday with your family and friends. So,
yep. And we appreciate everybody that stopped by while we were doing our live stream. But all right, let's do a real quick one here. All right, first one, Drew McIntyre.
Nope.
Yeah, I think Randy's. And obviously Drew's got a lot more time left. We don't know what's going to happen. That guy may completely reinvent himself. But no, Randy is like Big Daddy said. Randy is a first round
first
ballot Hall of Famer. So CM Punk.
No.
You don't think CM Punk is on the same level as Randy?
It's not better than Randy.
No. Oh, okay. All right.
It's better than Randy.
No, well, that's the thing, though. Are you talking in the ring, or are you talking just overall? Or are you talking
overall? Because Punk's a prima donna.
I can't choose.
More so than Randy.
He's like, you tried to make me choose between my children.
I can't.
I personally, and this is like I said, I'm not the biggest Punk fan. I like CM Punk. I really like Randy, so I think Randy. So people who I can understand the argument either way, though.
Maldacito says a draw.
That's legit. Oh my God!
Oh, he's here.
Oh my God! The villain.
The man
we are in the presence of a wrestling journalist.
Yeah. The man who reported
say a few words to the mendicants. Justin says
he's at a loss for words.
I had a lot of people hate me.
Dude, man. I saw your exchange with that one dude. I'm like, this is awesome, and I'm here for it. But what'd you think, man? What's your input? What's your opinion, man, about the Punk coming back?
I think he's got a delay.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's awesome that Punk decided to come back. I mean, it's good for wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But it's going to be, like I said, whether you love him or you hate him, man, he's got people talking, and it's going to make things interesting going forward. So we're definitely going to talk about all of that. Yeah.
Where do you think they go from here with Punk?
Well, we'll talk about that. I want to start with the whole thing, because the big thing that everybody's saying. By the way, welcome, Jay Bird.
Oh no, he lost him.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, what happened? The big thing is like a lot of people are coming out saying CM Punk is a hypocrite. And JD from New York, I don't know if you guys follow him. Big Daddy's a moderator over his, and I listen to him among other people. And I agree with him. And the answer is yes, he is. He is 100% a hypocrite. Now, goddamn. Having said that, don't worry, man. I'll keep nailing you to the wall.
Justin's having technical issues.
Now, having said that, is he, to use the vernacular, best for business? And my personal opinion is yes, he is. Okay, right now, as it stands in WWE, he is the biggest name there. Just like when he came to AEW, he was the biggest name there. He is the biggest name there now. And him coming there, like I said, whether you love him or you hate him, he's going to generate buzz.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's going to put butts in seats.
The guy gets fired on his on his wedding day. Fired on his wedding day.
Yep. Sues the company.
Gets a staph infection. Sues the company. And now he's back with the company that fired him.
Yeah. And spent the last 9 years running them down. And now he's back with the company. So, yes, he is a hypocrite. 110%. He's a hypocrite. But it makes sense. And him being there, going there, is the right move. It is 100% the right move. We've said this before. We said this when AEW first showed up. Competition is good for the product. Okay? Competition breeds excellence. It forces people to evolve. It forces people to change. Punk, once he left AEW, we knew he was going somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. With Vince in charge, I don't think he shows up in WWE. He probably would have gone somewhere else. But he is him being in WWE. I think it takes it to the next level.
For the whatever $1 million you pay him, say you pay him $4 million. For the $4 million you pay him a year, he brings in $10-12 million. Yeah, for your company.
Oh, he's good, dude. They said that the day after he came back, they put a shirt up of his, and it immediately became the #1 seller. So that's another question. Like one of the things, like I said, people are calling him a hypocrite, and I think there's a legitimate argument there because he said that there was a lot of moral issues and whatnot that he did disagree with WWE about and everything. That's a real question there. Does he get on his knees and bend over for the Saudi money? Because he was very much against them going to Saudi Arabia. These are questions I think they're going to have to be answered. And I don't have the answer for this. I don't know what's going to happen. Here's the thing. We don't know what's going to happen. Here's the things that we do know. He signed for multiple years. I believe they're saying it was, I think it was 3 years. I think it was 3 years. I could be wrong on that. I'll have to double check, but he signed for multiple years. He signed for 7 figures. The exact amount has not been really revealed. And him being there changes the complexion of the company going forward. It's a big deal. And Hunter being able to put his pride aside and any issues he had aside and signing Punk shows you just how dedicated Hunter is to making WWE better going forward.
Yep. Okay.
So.
Well, we got Justin with some new headphones on.
Yeah.
Are you still on delay, Justin? Can you hear us? Nope.
How much better?
Yeah.
A little bit better?
Yeah. Melody says, "Oh shit!" Oh, and we lost him. Well, we'll try to get him back. Melody says, I'm saying.
Did you guys hear what Mark Henry said?
No.
Yeah, oh yeah. Mark Henry, because like I said, there was a report that there were multiple people, not just kayfabe, Seth and Work Drew, that there were multiple people that were not happy with him being there. And Mark basically said, if you don't like it, get the fuck it.
And when it comes to his signing, he said, is he frozen?
What was that?
About his signing, he said, isn't it amazing that these 2 grown men managed to talk it out and figure this? Mark has been throwing shade at the top of AEW since this whole problem started.
Oh, I know. And here's the thing. I honestly think Mark, when his contract's up, he's going back to WWE.
Yeah.
I think him going to AEW was an experiment. And he went, and you got to remember, he left with Vince's blessing, so he can go back.
Yeah.
So, and from what, like I said, there's multiple places. Sean Ross Sapp, I've been watching a lot of him, especially with all this stuff. They said that several of the WWE guys that left WWE and went to AEW are not happy, and they're just waiting for their chance to go back. So now who those people are remains to be seen. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark is one of them, because Mark went there. Mark probably thought he was going to be a bigger part of what was going on behind the scenes. And keep trying, man. I think he thought that he was going to be a bigger part of what was going on behind the scenes. Ended up kind of basically being sidelined and not really doing much over there. So it wouldn't surprise me if those guys, if that's true, and those guys are unhappy and they want to go back. Especially seeing how if CM Punk can go back to WWE, anybody can.
Yeah.
Okay. Because dude, they friggin' he hated them and they hated him. So Mount says, I'm joking. We all know he's gonna be hurt in 9 to 12 months in the next 3 years.
I'll take him coming back and getting hurt every 3 months over anything that's happened with the Young Bucks. Just put it out there.
So what do you guys think? Are we all in agreement that, I mean, even though it is hypocritical considering everything that's happened and everything that he said and everything that he's done, this is the right move to make?
Yeah. I mean,
it's not only a business decision. I'm sure there was a lot of pettiness that helped him be willing to go back. He was not gonna let that incident end his career. No chance in hell.
No, and like I said, I think once these 3 years is up, I think he's done. I think he went back to WWE to basically kind of in a way the same reason that Cody did. He had unfinished business, and he wanted to go out on his own terms.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. No matter what any of the talent fans say, Punk coming back to AEW, then now WWE has gotten the biggest reaction in pro wrestling in the last 10 years. Yeah. Maybe not even Rock or Stone Cold got this pop.
I think this last one was the better of the bunch, just because people didn't know if he was going to be there or not, so it was an actual surprise. Because in AEW it was like the worst kept secret ever by design, but this time it was an actual surprise.
Well,
this time people were relieved to see him.
WWE can do a surprise thing like this. AEW needs all the press and all the eyes and seats that they could possibly get. So the way that they did it made sense for them. The way the WWE did this made sense for them because it did get extra people to watch because people were like, isn't he? Okay. And when it did, it was in the right place. It was in Chicago. So, it doesn't make any difference if Punk ate a baby on live television. If he shows up in Chicago, they're going to lose their shit for him.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So right place, right time. It was a masterstroke. And we all said, in the beginning, is this like AEW fired the first shot in the bidding war of 2024. I 110% believe that this was a response to that. And they're like, okay, game on. And Hunter's basically like, let's go. And like I said, this was the right move. Now, let me ask you guys this. What does this mean for the guys who are currently at the top? Guys like Cody, guys like Seth, Roman, Randy, now that Randy's back, because he's got to be in that discussion. Guys like and guys who are on the fringe, guys like Drew, guys like Gunther, guys like LA Knight. What does this mean for them going forward?
Funny you say that because Mark talked about that too. That means they're gonna get less minutes and they're gonna have to fight harder for the spots. That's what it means to them. That's what Mark said, and that's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why Punk left is because he wasn't main eventing WrestleMania.
Right.
And now you have 2 nights of WrestleMania, so I can see Punk main eventing one of those 2 nights, probably night 1.
Mm-hmm. So,
Now,
whose slot do you think he immediately fills, though?
I think it's gonna be more similar to the way Cody came back.
You think so?
Yeah.
Where he just immediately starts challenging for the or he goes after one. He has a couple. He has a feud or two with one of the top guys, and then goes for the title.
Yeah, nothing else makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else would be a waste of him.
Yeah, and you know that by the end of next year he's going to be inserted into one of the title pictures somewhere.
Yeah.
The question is which one.
You got to put him and Cody as the top 2 favorites for Royal Rumble winners.
I can see Punk. I don't see Punk winning the Rumble because I don't think he's got enough steam left in the engine for it. I 100% see Punk.
You don't need steam in the engine if you come out like 20.
Yeah, that's true. If you come out
30,
number 30. I don't know, man. Justin's had a question. How long before Punk morale drops and once out? Or maybe y'all don't think it happens. I think Punk went into this with a different mindset because the way things are run and done in WWE are completely different from AEW. In AEW, they treated him like the king.
And look, his best motivator is spite, and he wants to make this work out as spite too. I don't think it's going to be a problem.
And I also think that he's looking at this like, okay, again, like I said, a couple of reports that came out from multiple sources are saying that the reason why a lot of these WWE guys, or at least a few of these W guys, including Punk, were super high on AEW when they went there, and then it soured on them over time, is because they feel like AEW is run very Bush League. They don't like the way things are run over there. They feel like it was a massive step down from WWE. That was their perception. The way things are run in WWE, they feel like that it's run far more, maybe more structured.
And the moment Cody left, like he was the one trying to hold things together properly.
Oh, I think we've all come to the same conclusion that Cody was the glue holding the locker room and everything together.
He was the adult.
He was the moral leader over there.
Yeah, and I agree with Hicks Drilling. LA Knight getting quietly pushed aside. I think LA Knight. I think Drew McIntyre is just tossed aside.
Yeah,
and I think it greatly affects Mr. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest.
Yeah, I think that's the person it affects the most, because the two people that were pegged as being the guys that were going to take the world title off of Seth were Damian Priest and Gunther. One of those two was going to take that belt. Now, most people think that Punk is the odds-on favorite to take that belt. I don't think so. I think Punk is the odds-on favorite to take Roman's belt.
And if that's the case, then Cody
is not
screwed over.
Cody's going to end up getting the consolation prize. He's going to end up
with Seth's belt. Which
he's either going to end up with Seth's belt, or he's just going to be pushed to the side. I really think that's what's happening, because we know that internally they want Roman to break Hogan's record, whether it makes sense or not, whether people care or not. And I don't think people care. They care. And they think they can push this thing down the road, because their mentality is, the bloodline storyline is falling apart. Yes, people are getting tired of it. Yes. But when we finally pull the trigger, the pop that happens and the relief that people feel from it, they think is going to be the big deal. They think that's going to be worth that. I don't think so. I think they're going to lose more people than they gain with it. But that's their thinking. That's the thinking backstage right now.
Yeah, if you're going to next summer when he passes Hogan, and then either just he's a part timer. I mean, is it SummerSlam? Is it WrestleMania 41? Wherever that's at in 2025.
Well, it's like, he'll officially pass Hogan in September.
Yeah, I mean, if you wait that long, it's just
I think
anything with Cody is done. Who cares at that point?
I honestly
it takes him 3 years to win the title.
Here's the thing, though. We were talking about this, like, we feel this way. Okay, WWE, they don't care. They're going to do whatever they think is going to get them the biggest pop, the biggest draw, the biggest money. And right now, we just said it. CM Punk is the biggest name in WWE.
Bigger than Cody.
Yes. CM Punk is bigger than Cody, especially the way Cody has been, especially with, if Cody won at WrestleMania last year, I would say no. I would say that now that they had created the next superstar by doing that, they didn't do that. I think Cody has considerably cooled off since he got there. I think, he's still top. He's still one of the top baby. He's still one of, if not the top baby face there. But he doesn't have the same. He doesn't have the same stroke that he did when he first got there.
WrestleMania 39. We said it should have been when he
won
the title, but nope, can't do that.
Yep. Punk. Justin said, I would use Punk as an attraction. I can't see him working all the house shows. I think it's limited amount of fights year, only so many appearances. I'm probably completely wrong. I think he'll do some house shows. I think he'll have a truncated schedule.
First off, I don't think he's going to wrestle until the Rumble.
I don't think he's going to wrestle to the Rumble either. I think that's the first time he shows up.
Yeah, I agree, Hicks Villain. Hogan defended that belt every month.
Yeah,
I mean, you had 30 days to defend that belt, or you get stripped of the title.
Yeah. So, like I said, but this is that, like, that's the perception that I think WWE has, is they can push this thing. They think they're gonna lose some people, but they think they're gonna get more people. It's gonna be bigger if they get that pop after he breaks Hogan's record. I don't think so, but that's what they think. And the same thing with Cody. Now that Punk is there, he's the biggest name. He's gonna be the biggest draw. We know that. I really do think that they're going to have him be the guy that beats Roman.
I don't see it.
And you somebody said before, we've seen it before. CM Punk's been injury prone since he was in AEW. His time in AEW. How many times did he get hurt?
He got hurt 3 times.
2.
Well, he was working with us with a minor injury, at Wembley.
Does that even count?
It's still an injury. You know, it's
what happens if Roman Reigns' leukemia comes back? What happens if Cody gets hurt? You know, I mean, all this could happen before WrestleMania.
Oh, anything can change between now and then.
There's not even a point in thinking about that unless a symptom of something shows up. It's just speculation.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. I think they realize that Punk at this age is a little bit on the brittle side, and I think that that will work into the way that they work matches with him, the people they put him in there with, and how many times he's going to wrestle. I don't think he's going to wrestle anywhere near as much as he did in AEW.
No.
But he's going to, I do, but I think that you don't bring him back to just, have him out there. You're going to use him for everything that you possibly can. I do agree with that. We'll see how well Cody is a team player if that happens. Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. If this whole thing ends up falling apart, I think Cody knows he can go back to AEW. And if Tony Khan has half a brain, he would welcome him back with open arms. So,
I think it's funny if Punk and Cody end up having a thing over who fights for the title, because Punk and Cody would have been the biggest match in AEW history.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I said, the biggest mistake Tony Khan ever made was letting Cody go.
Yeah,
that was the biggest. And I honestly think that if Cody is there, a lot of this shit in the back that was causing problems, I don't think it happens.
No.
So Heastone said, I'm sorry, real quick.
Go ahead.
Heastone said CM Punk does look better than he did in AEW. It's like if Triple H warned him to not come back looking like a vegan. He doesn't look bad.
Yeah,
He looks a little. I don't know if it's the shirt, but his straps look a little bigger. I think
He probably
been
started
working out
working out a
more
little
too.
bit.
yeah. If Cody comes back, he does need to come back as a heel, and he's that stipulation where he can't wrestle for the title needs to be gone.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, man. And if like even if he doesn't want to come back as a heel and he wants to come back as a face, I always have Tony Khan come out and say, like whoever's got the belts, like you can't wrestle for well, usually, and Tony Khan goes, no, he left, so that's null and void, and I'm saying it, and I'm the boss, so kiss my ass. Big Daddy agrees with Justin that they should he just use him as an attraction. I agree with that too. I think with him being, at least the style that he wants to work and everything being somewhat injury prone, you want to keep that guy as healthy as possible. So,
yeah. And, where this goes for a guy like Damian Priest, who I thought was going to take the belt off of Seth by cashing in the Money in the Bank. Maybe Saturday at the Survivor Series, but I can see it happening because I just think Seth Rollins just needs to lose that title. Somebody else needs to be carrying the strap. And
I'll, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Seth's current gimmick. I think it's awful. His music sucks balls. I think he's done as much with that belt right now as he possibly can. If it was me, man, I would have it. It's got it. If they do have Punk as the guy that takes that belt off of him, that does not bode well for anybody else.
You know how they can finish the story in a less satisfying way, but they might do it if they want to push Roman until September. They can have Punk beat Seth, and then Cody says, "Okay, now that belt means something. Now that's how I finish the story." It would be bad, but I can see it. It would be bad. I'm not saying it's a good idea.
I'm gonna put it this way. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I don't think it's going to be Punk that takes the belt off him. I think that Punk is going to be the guy that they have beat Roman. And I think they're going to tell Cody, we're still going to make you the world champion. You're going to be the top guy on this other brand. But it's not going to be the same thing because we all know that Roman's belt is the original WWE World Heavyweight title. If you trace the lineage of that belt back, that's the real WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And that's the belt that he wanted to win for his dad. So Seth's belt, I think Seth's done a good job of making that belt relevant because, well, for starters, he's defended it way more than friggin' Roman has.
Yep.
And he's had good matches with it. So, and they've pretty much protected it. So, and it hasn't changed. They're not doing the hot potato thing that they do with a lot of the other belts and stuff. So I honestly think that now that Punk is in the picture, that's the direction that they're going to go in. We'll see. I've been almost completely wrong about every prediction on the last two friggin' pay-per-views. So I could be 100% wrong about this.
On top of that,
I feel like just what I'm reading and what I'm seeing and the feeling that I get and what they've said about how they're okay with pushing things down the line. And we all know that what Cody wants and what they want are two completely different things.
Since we're talking about Bob being wrong, Frank, join me.
Y'all can kiss my saggy, wrinkly bag. Justin, yes, dude, 100%, man. You got a lot more sources than I do. Yeah, Justin. I'm gonna be leaning on Justin a lot, man. That's our new that's my new go-to right there, brother. He's been right. Unlike me, he's been right about his predictions. So
yeah. But what do you do with Damian Priest?
If you don't want to completely screw him over, you have him beat Seth. And I think it would be better if they just let Punk for like a year, because like I said, they got multiple years out of the guy. Let him get back into the swing of things. Let him have some feuds with a couple of other people, and maybe have him go for a belt at the end of the year or something like that, after a year or something like that. I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to strike while the iron's hot. And Punk's going to have a world title, and he's going to get one of the belts sooner rather than later. I think Damian Priest, if you really want to elevate him to that next level, he has to be the guy that beats Seth. Gunther is not. I don't think Gunther is in as dire a situation. I think you could still push him like to WrestleMania, and maybe have him take have him take the belt off of Damian, because you know what's going to happen. Damian's going to freaking Judgment Day is going to turn on Damian Priest. He's going to go face, and then I think that was the original plan. And then he was going to beat Seth, and he was going to be the new world heavyweight champion. I would still go that route, because then later on down the line, you can have Gunther beat him. Okay. And have those two guys be each other's nemesis. That's the foil. That's the guys that constantly they come together for a feud, come apart, come back together for a feud, come apart. That's what I would do going forward. Is that what they're going to do? Probably not.
Probably not. Nope.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing too. You know for a fact, dude, that this guy did not come back for anything less than 7 figures.
He's not there to make friends.
Yep. He's not there to make friends. He's there to make money. And I'll tell you what, the way he did that promo, we'll talk about that in a minute. It wasn't he didn't come out as the firebrand that everybody wanted him to. And 2, I think he's maybe pointing at a subtle heel turn.
No,
he did 2 things. He said, I came back for money. And 2, he actually gave my brain just took a complete crap. Paul Heyman props.
You know this hypocrite thing?
Yeah.
I think that's a new character.
I do too. I think he's gonna, at some point, he's gonna turn heel, and he's gonna be like, I fooled all of you. But
I am the devil himself, and all of you stupid people fell for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whole thing, like everyone thought he was the devil. Well, you're right. He was just a different one. I really think that's what they're going to go for. And like we said, and like they said, and that actually plays into what Cody said was going to be Roman's demise. He said, when everybody else has left you, that guy's going to turn back into an advocate. So I 100% see that. I really think that's the direction they're going in. But at the end of the day, I think people, like we said, just to wrap it up, people are going to be pushed aside, because that's what you do when you bring in someone of that with that level of friggin' stroke. Okay, you like he said, you don't bring like Malachi said, you don't bring Punk back and not have him and not push him to the moon. So I think like I said, and like Mark Henry said, so those guys that have a problem with it, go home. Deal with it. That's the way it works. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to work harder. You're gonna have to push harder, and hope that the people respond, and you get some of that momentum back.
Mark said he was talking to Punk hours before the show, and he didn't tell him.
He didn't tell him.
That
he was coming
then
back.
he was going to be on the show.
Oh, no, he was going to come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's the situation. What do you guys think? Just to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think like you and Johnny said, you slow play it. Punk's first match is into Royal Rumble, and then obviously he'll be at WrestleMania. I say he's main events night 1.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't main event night.
If he, I just can't see him main eventing night 2 against Roman Reigns. I can see him doing night 1 with Seth Rollins or whoever the that champion is, if it's Damian Priest.
Yeah.
There's no more elevating other people this time. They're gonna put him with main eventers and try to get the most money out of him.
Yeah. This is it's not AEW. They're not there to build. WWE's already established. All right. They're gonna bleed him for everything they could possibly get from him. And he's gonna do the same to them.
And you're putting him on the main event one of the nights on WrestleMania. That's should be set in stone.
Yep.
Barring injury, that's where you go with that.
Yep. And if he is going to do this devil thing, this heel thing, dude, maybe you have Cody and him as the last 2 guys in the Rumble, and he eliminates Cody. So
yeah, Cody's already said he's in the Royal Rumble.
Yep, he announced himself. He was first in entrance.
Now speaking of Cody, because I was reading that, what are you doing with Jade Cargill? Because didn't Cody help train Jade Cargill? Is what I was reading.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. That stuff that Triple H said, that was a shot at AEW. He did that deliberately. Okay. I don't think he was taking a shot at the people that trained her. I think he said AEW. He didn't say Cody or anything like that.
And he's right.
And well, here's the thing. We said from day one, she's greener than goose shit. She's only been wrestling, and she hasn't been wrestling for the last 3 or 4 months since she left.
They Goldberged her.
Oh yeah, she was Goldberg. All of her matches were 5 minutes. Were the longest match she had was like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember she was talking about there was this one angle that she had to use a chair in, and no one taught her how to use the chair, so she was probably gonna kill the other girl, and then Punk saw it and wait, do you know what you're doing? Let me show you how to use this.
Yeah.
Had he not seen it, she would probably have swung that from the bottom with full force and hurt the
she
other
probably
girl.
would have hit the person in the back of the head and killed them.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. We knew that when she got there, she wasn't going to be able to work immediately because WWE wants their wrestlers to work a certain way. Okay? Depending on what your style is, they have a style that they want you to wrestle. So we knew for a fact. That's why I said I don't think she's going. If you want to maximize her star power, she should go to the main roster. But she's not ready for the main roster. So she's going to NXT. She's going to be working in the Performance Center, and they're going to teach her how to work the way they want her to work. And Hunter, and he came out and he said there is no rush on getting her in front of the camera right now. And they're not going to put her in front of the camera until she can at least be somewhat competent in the way that they want her to work.
Yeah.
So
Hicks really, he's 0 for 2 with Jade, but I can see Jade getting better. I see Pillman Jr. as
he's a lower mid card guy for life.
He's going to be a Barry Horowitz his entire time in the E.
Well, the thing is,
he's going to be a jobber. He's not even close to his dad.
Dude, Barry Horowitz was actually a good wrestler. He just didn't. He's
just a jobber. He's like
a jobber, but I'm just saying, Barry Horowitz was actually a good wrestler.
He was, but he's a Brooklyn Brawler.
Yep.
He's Barry Horowitz.
Yeah. He's gonna be a jobber.
He's Apollo Crews type guy. If you want to go with the guys nowadays, he's not going to get a title run. He's just going to be a guy to help put people over.
Considering that they went through all this trouble, I could see him getting a lower, like a mid card title, but that's as far as it's going to go.
I can see him get maybe NXT. Might put a title on him for like a month and then take it off.
Yeah, but I don't see him. He's hit his ceiling. He's going to say Jade isn't even ready for NXT. Oh, dude, yeah, as I said, they're not going to put her out there until she can work the style that they want her to work in at least some level and capacity of competence.
I don't know how long of a contract Pillman Jr. signed. I think
once it's done, he's gone.
It's once his contract's over, he's done. He's not going to be re-signed, or he's going to be let go before his contract is over.
Yeah, because I watched his debut and it was freaking cringe. And here's the thing, I feel for the dude, man. Like he's a second generation guy that's trying to live up to somebody that was amazing. So
yeah, I can see him being like Kurt Hennig's son.
Yeah,
but Ted DiBiase's son.
So we're already at an hour, so I don't want to go too much further into this, but to wrap it up, all right. So AEW fired the first shot by securing Ospreay early. What's up? Or was legit badass trained by Malenko's WWF? Yeah. Oh, 100%. Dude, I've seen and it's been a long time though, but I've seen footage of him wrestling in like other like I think it was in Japan and in Mexico and stuff. Dude was legit. Like he knew what the hell he was doing. It was just he wasn't a genetic freak like all the like the guys that Vince liked back then. Vince liked those giant pituitary monster dudes like Hogan. If you weren't 6'2", 6'3", 250 pounds, Vince didn't like you. And by the time guys that were a little bit smaller, guys like Shawn Michaels and whatnot, started getting pushed in WWE, they weren't doing jobber matches anymore, or at least not like that. So, but yeah, Barry Horowitz was legit. He was a really good wrestler, man. He was a really good wrestler. Same thing with Iron Mike Sharp. Iron Mike Sharp was a really good wrestler. And, but that's the way it worked back then. But, so the question I have here, and this is maybe this is the subject will carry over into next week. AEW fired the first shot. They got the first. They made the first move with Ospreay. WWE responded with Punk. What does AEW do next to what's their next move? Is it Julia?
Who gets Mercedes?
Yeah, because I was reading that she might go back to the E also, it's rumored. So
well,
if they want to fire the next shot, they've got to lock up Mercedes.
You think Mercedes is the one?
Because if the E's going after Julia,
yeah, be honest, Bob. Mercedes is the name because there's a lot of good people out there, but who do like a lot of fans actually care about?
Well, the thing is I'm also looking at like people you can build to the future. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not going to mean anything now.
No, not right now. Look. A lot of the moves that they're going to make right now, like, how do you respond to CM Punk? There isn't anybody out there right now that's on that level.
There is nobody.
Right.
Mercedes is the biggest name on the women's side.
Yeah, they signed Big Daddy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because I don't think a guy like Hammerstone or Sami Callihan moves the needle like a Mercedes or Julia would.
Yeah.
Most people don't know they exist. So
no. I think Sasha's a decent name. People.
No, I'm talking about Sami and Hammerstone.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, and Hammerstone tried to go to the WWE back in 2015 and didn't do very well. But he's a different guy now.
It's like when they brought Vikingo to AEW, and I told you guys that a lot of us are not going to do homework to watch a TV show.
Yeah.
The only person I think on the men's side that might generate a little buzz would be Matt Riddle.
I don't see them picking Riddle up.
But I don't see that either. Trouble. But you've got Tessa Blanchard, Julia, Mercedes
damaged goods.
Right, but those are the top three
that are available.
If you get one of those.
I'll be honest with you, man. And maybe it's just because I know her a little bit more than you guys do, but I know how amazing Julia is in the ring. Okay, she has great presence. She looks amazing. She might be, and in my personal opinion, she's the best female wrestler in the world right now. And there's a reason why WWE are trying to snatch her up. It's not none of these moves. If you sign all of these people, they're still not going to be on the same level as Punk.
No.
It's not going to be it's not going to be a move on the same level as Punk, but it's something you could build to the future with. So I agree with you. I think Mercedes is the next person that they need to lock down, and they may have, but then again, it's a different WWE, than it was a year and a half ago. So who knows? I think if the right deal is dropped in front of her, she goes back to the WWE. She's got her friends are there. Everyone she knows is there. She knows that style. She can immediately go back, get reinserted at a high position. So I think she is number one, but I'm going to tell you what, they do not want WWE getting their hands on Julia. So whatever they can do to prevent that, I think that's the next move to go forward. But the biggest thing that AEW needs to do is they need to reestablish their identity as the alternative. Tony needs to either he needs to pick a direction and start building towards it, or like we have said, and I would prefer that he did this, bring in people who know what they're doing and listen to them and let them run the day-to-day. Okay. He needs to stop trying to be the booker. He needs to stop trying to be the head writer. Just be the freaking money guy. Okay. Like it was in the beginning. So that's where I think they need to go. Appreciate it, Big Daddy. I'll talk to you next week, brother. But in closing, I think that's the next move that AEW needs to do is they need to find their direction again.
Yeah.
But, I think this.
So you're saying the devil shouldn't be Jack Perry?
If the devil is Jack Perry, I might legitimately throw something at my freaking screen. That would be the stupidest thing. The devil, actually, what should be the devil should be multiple people. The devil should be. It's Adam Cole. It has to be Adam Cole.
Find out in 4.5 weeks.
Yeah, Adam Cole should be the devil, but there should be other people there with him. Roderick Strong definitely will be one of them. Just fucking got into my brain.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly should be part of it.
Mike Bennett.
Mike Bennett should be part of it. His wife should be part of it.
Whose wife?
Adam Cole.
Oh, his girlfriend Britt.
Britt. I thought they didn't get married yet, did they?
Nope.
I don't think so.
But and a shock thing should be maybe even Wardlow is part of it. It's got to be something. It's got to be something major. So,
please don't have it be those idiot young bucks with Adam Cole.
Oh, brother.
Oh God.
Why
did you have to say that?
Because they're turning them heel.
I know.
Like I get they're easy to hate, but I don't want to see them anymore.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to marinate on that. And on that note, guys, thanks for being here. Maldacito, Justin, you're welcome anytime, guys. Big Daddy, Maldacito, Hicks Villain, and anybody that was lurking and anybody else that was watching. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, Johnny.
What?
Besides the devil, there is 4 other ones dressed up, right?
God damn.
Go to hell.
And one of them is Arn Anderson.